Hey, what's up guys, it's Unleash here today. We are back with another video on Sonic Frontiers. And in today's video, we have some more info on the DLC for Sonic Frontiers from, once again, Morio Kishimoto on Twitter. Now, while we don't have as many tweets in today's video, the tweets that we do have in today's video are actually pretty significant, and mostly revolve around the movement of Sonic Frontiers and the DLC possibly getting massive changes. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a look at the news at hand. Onto Twitter. We Sonic Rush. So the first person we have here is Xenospool. Morio Kishimoto. Kishimoto-san, forgive the tag. I wanted to share some ideas on some mechanics, illustrated by @PastaCool and me. 1 out of 3. Spin dash. Why crouch when Sonic can roll? Hold B and mash the trigger to rev up Sonic. Try it on your controller. Feels nice. So what this person basically does is just give some ideas for movement options in Sonic Frontiers, and yeah, has some illustrations for them too, like right here. By the way, unrelated, but yeah, I like this art style for Sonic right here. It's not extremely detailed, but it looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie, this art style could make for a pretty cool Sonic spin-off or something, like an animation. I think that would look pretty cool, but I mean, anyways, back onto the topic here. So we have an illustration of how Spin Dash could work in Sonic Frontiers. So Spin Dash. Hold B to crouch, obviously, because you can do that in Sonic Frontiers. To actually rev up the Spin Dash, you do hold B and mash the RT button, which is the boost button in the game. And then to release the spin dash, you just let go with the B button, like pretty much all Sonic games. Yeah, I think it's actually a pretty good way of spin dashing, to be honest with you. I mean, Sonic crouches and then revs it up, just like in the classic games. Now, I could see some sort of issue with this, that maybe people are crouching and then want to go instantly into a boost, so they can't do that, they have to go into a spin dash now. But if that does become an issue, maybe you could just do like it in the original classic Sonic games, where you press the crouch button and then the jump button. So in Frontiers it'd be B and then A, just press the A button. And that would be kind of inconvenient, but the B and the A button are kind of close, like literally right next to each other, the controller, so I think that wouldn't be that inconvenient. I mean, you can even spin dash like that in the Generations Classic Sonic stages, so I don't see why you couldn't do that here. Now, if for some reason people complain about this being the spin dash button, then I think the LT button just on its own on the ground could work as a spin dash. Because I know Sonic Boom is actually mapped onto the LT button, but it only works in the air, not in the ground, and like the spin dash, you can only do the spin dash on the ground, but not in the air. So having LT be the spin dash on the ground and having LT be the Sonic Boom in the air, that could work quite well. And that would be the most convenient option too, because it's one button, not having to crouch either, so maybe have like a spam dash in Sonic Adventure 1, but yeah. Right, moving on to the next tweet. 2 out of 3. Boost as a reward. What if boost was a reward for keeping up the speed? Wouldn't have to keep their speed going in order to use it indefinitely. It only stops if one takes damage, lasers or spikes, or bumps into walls. Make it satisfying. Now the next illustration is right here, so as we can see right here, Sonic at a low speed there. Let's get to a higher speed in that blue meter, which is actually on the speedometer in Sonic Frontiers already. And then once you get enough speed to go in the blue bar place or whatever, then you can press RT to boost and go even faster. And this just reminds me of that one Sonic Final game, is it Green Hill Paradise Act 2? Where if you reach a certain speed, Sonic will have some sort of blue boost thing that will go even faster, and it only runs out until you bump into a wall or slow down, I think. Now this idea as a concept isn't bad, but I think for Sonic Frontiers in particular right now, I don't think this one would work. Because Sonic Frontiers was already designed with the boost in mind, so if we take that away until we reach a certain speed, the game's going to be a lot more sluggish. And especially with how slow Sonic is right now too, it'd be very annoying to reach a high enough speed. Unless you tweak the movement that should make Sonic go a lot faster on the ground, have some more momentum in his running, then maybe that could work. But even still, I don't think this should be implemented into Sonic Frontiers, but maybe Sonic Frontiers 2, I mean, if they design it well there, then it could work. But in Frontiers 1, no. I mean, unless Kishimoto and his team want to redesign their entire game just to work for this, then sure, go ahead, but I don't think for DLC in particular, they're really gonna do that. I mean, maybe you could have it as some sort of unlockable option after you beat the game, so maybe just experiment with it or something like that. Like maybe have it as a toggle in the settings or something like that. I think that could be pretty nice. But completely scrapping the boost system as it is right now is not going to work at all. So yeah, Kishimoto, maybe take this into account for the next game, but not Frontiers right now. Rather, for Xenospool's third suggestion, bounce and drop dash. Bounce was satisfying in Sonic Adventure 2. Let's get it back. Also, the drop dash feels awkward with the double jump. Why not make it so it charges if you hold down the crouch button? Instant acceleration. That is all. Thank you if you read this. And then here's the third illustration right here. Bounce and drop dash. So you just tap the B button once when in the air to do the bounce, I'm pretty sure. Then you tap it multiple times to do more bounces, and on the third one you hold it to do a drop dash. Now honestly, I don't think this one is that great, to be honest with you. I mean, the stomp was pretty useful already in Sonic Frontiers, so to have a bounce replace the stomp, I'm not really too fond of that. I mean, there's a lot of sections in Sonic Frontiers where having the stomp be replaced with the bounce will get quite annoying because, yeah, if you're trying to stomp then go boost instantly after that, then having this could be really annoying. Or maybe if you're going to go from a stomp straight to a spin dash, the bounce being instead of the stomp there could be a bit inconvenient. I honestly don't think that the way Frontiers handled the stomp bounce wasn't terrible, to be honest with you. I mean, it allowed for the stomp and the bounce to be there alongside each other, and it worked quite well. Now, I know that the bounce wasn't really the way it was in SA2, where it was just constant and they get higher each time and actually keep the momentum going. So maybe they could actually rework the bounce in Sonic Frontiers, but keep it the way it's performed in the game already. That could work, because once again, you could actually keep the stomp in there, then not replace it with the bounce. But if we're going to keep that same bounce button mapping in Sonic Frontiers, then for this idea right here, for the drop dash, you couldn't really implement that, and I don't hate this way of drop dashing in the game, but yeah, I don't think it will work with the stomp bounce being there. Now, not performing the drop dash in the vanilla Frontiers isn't all that great. I mean, you literally have to press the jump button 3 times and hold it on the 3rd time to actually perform the drop dash. Maybe just map the drop dash onto the Y button in the air, because Y is obviously for side loop, but you can't side loop in the air, so maybe by pressing Y in the air, you could actually charge the drop dash up and then obviously on the ground then just release it and then it goes. Maybe that could work. Though I can imagine it might get quite annoying having to side loop, but you actually drop dash instead. That'd be very annoying, to be honest with you, especially with how powerful the drop dash actually is. And we can't use LT either because that's for the sonic boom in the air, so I don't know where you'd even put the drop dash, because I think the double jump should stay. Double jumps definitely stay in the game. But the problem is, where do you put the drop dash, man? Where do you put the drop dash? I'm not too sure. Maybe you could hold the jump button when jumping to get the drop dash charged up, but once again that could cause some more issues where you're trying to jump onto like a platform but you accidentally drop it and then fall off to your death or something like that. That could get quite annoying. So yeah, I don't know what to do with the drop dash, to be honest with you. I don't know what to do with it. Frontiers has so many moves on different buttons, which is good by the way, so I don't know what you do with the drop dash. Maybe just keep it the way it is, maybe. Right, anyways, then Kishimoto replies to Xeno Spool with, "Thank you for suggesting ideas. Great idea. I'll consider it. Thank you very much." Rather, for the second and final tweet of the video, from Damashike. "Hello, Mori Kishimoto. Have you had time to finish Spark the Electric Jester 3? There are a lot of ideas for combat and level design in that game. I'd love to see in the next 3D Sonic game like a heavy attack button and more open levels." Then he links a video of the game there. Then surprisingly, Kishimoto replies with, "Yes, it was very helpful. I was able to analyze the game design philosophy, so I'll try it out in the update as soon as possible, if I can incorporate it without waiting for the next game." Now, if you don't know what Spark the Electric Jester 3 is, I'll play the video that Damashi actually linked here, but it's basically kind of a more polished and fleshed out Sonic fighting game. You know, like Sonic GT and Green Hill Paradise Act 2? The way those games play with the massive momentum and everything like that. It basically plays like that, but it's an original IP and everything. It's obviously inspired by Sonic, for example, the dash pads and the rail grinding, stuff like that is in Sonic, obviously. But overall, while not actually playing it myself, it looks pretty decent. Movement looks really solid, the combat, it doesn't look amazing, but it looks good enough. I mean, the music definitely slaps in this video. The music actually really slaps here. It doesn't look too bad, and it's not even that fast either. It's not like crazy fast like the Sonic fan games that we see all these days. Like, it is fast, but it's not crazy fast like all these other Sonic fan games, which I do like about it. Now, having this in a Sonic game, I don't think would be that bad. Well, for Frontiers 2 anyways. Not necessary for Frontiers 1 again, because the levels aren't actually made for the boost, not really all momentum, stuff like this, but I mean, maybe you could put it in there, I'm not too sure. And Kishimoto has said that maybe take these philosophies and actually put it into the Frontiers update if you can, so maybe it'll work, I don't know. I mean, the way running and boosting works in Spark would definitely work in Frontiers, I do think, because the boost is still in there, but it just works slightly differently. Like, it's not actually a fully boost, I can just keep holding. More sort of like a dash button, sort of. Basically like a short burst of speed, pretty much. So something like that in Frontiers, I don't think would be horrible, so yeah, just gotta make it work. That's all you need to do, to be honest. Anyways, that about does it for today's video. So yes, the Frontiers DLC could be changing a lot in terms of Sonic's movement, adding the spin dash in there, adding some different ways to actually perform different moves, and then even some inspiration from Spark the Electric Jester, which is pretty insane. But what do you guys think of this news? And if you could change this button mapping, where would you put the drop dash for Sonic Frontiers? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I don't know where else you'd put it, to be honest with you. Let me know down below. Love to see what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially that last one. Do not forget to become unleashed. Pressing that join button down below. And remember, it's not necessary. And I'll see you all next time. Peace!